Hey, what's going on? It's your favorite ex-alcoholic. You didn't relapse, bro. You simply lapsed. The difference between a lapse in your sobriety and a relapse in an addiction are incredibly vast. As a recovery specialist, I'm answering this question and working with people every single day about this exact topic. Dude, just because you decided to drink over a certain period of time, that does not mean that you relapsed. Regardless of what you may have been told and what other programs may be telling you, just because you had a drink, just because you were at a very low point and the most obvious solution to you was to take a sip or have a drink or party or blackout, that doesn't mean you lost your sobriety. You have to start all over again. You drink yourself back to day one, or you have to change your entire life. You don't deserve to be shamed. You don't deserve to feel guilty. You don't deserve to beat yourself up. You've done that enough. And if it was gonna work, it would have worked already. A lapse in your sobriety is basically saying, I've taken time away from the poison, the alcohol, the substance, the people, whatever it is, and I haven't figured out what it's actually gonna take for me to choose something healthier when I'm stressed out. The trip is that you didn't lapse. There was a moment just before you took your first sip. That moment, that feeling, not what happened prior to that, but the way you felt and the process that you used to determine that consuming an actual gasoline is better than feeling the emotion. That's what needs your attention. And you're gonna continue feeling that, and you're gonna continue lapsing or having bouts of sobriety and then ruining it over a certain period of time until you actually come to the actual truth of what that feeling is, what that moment is, who you are, and more importantly, what you think you're gaining by consuming a literal toxin that you can overdose on. That is a lapse, and that's a good thing because you've got to figure out what doesn't work. It's not your job, it's how you feel while you're working. It's not your family, it's how you feel as a parent. It is not your mind, it's what you haven't been paying attention to. So that's what recovery is. Recovery is figuring those things out. And don't be embarrassed about the fact that you have some things to work on. Dude, I haven't consumed alcohol in over 7 years and I'm working on stuff every day. The difference is I'm not reaching towards a poison because I realize that even on my worst day, there's nothing that alcohol can provide that I don't already have. So I'm telling you this, man, just because you chose to drink does not mean you've lost everything. You didn't lose all of the health and the progress that you've made. You simply go back to being 100% sober in about 4 days. If you really truly relapsed, if you went X amount of time and your time away from the poison was so outrageous, so amazing, so clinically beneficial that having that one sip has ruined everything. You can't stop drinking. Your life is worse now. It's twice as hard to put the drink down and your future looks like you're never gonna stop drinking. That's a relapse. And I guarantee that's not what happened the last time you chose to drink. So I'm telling you this, if you or someone you know is struggling, you're ready to figure out what that moment is, what that feeling is, and get to the root cause in a safe and judgment-free space, don't be afraid to check out my page for more details on how I've helped thousands of people.